Hello everyone and welcome to the Twin Flame reading for the week of the 4th of June up to the 11th. I have picked up two piles, one for the Divine Feminine and one for the Divine Masculine. If you clicked on this video at a time other than the 4th to the 11th of June, don't you worry, there's still a message here for you. So without further ado, let's see what these two are up to this week. So the Divine Feminine pile is Deep Replenishment, Retreat, Rest and Be Held, Unrequited Love, There's Not Enough Attraction or Chemistry to keep this relationship going, and Eight of Wands. So immediately what I'm getting here is a bit of a feeling of being fed up on your twin flame journey, Divine Feminines, alright? Let's be honest here. A feeling of, fuck it, I just want to rest, I just want to give up here, and oftentimes we think that giving up is what is going to bring us relief, right? Be like, okay, just screw this guy, he's a jerk. Like, my twin flame is just out there doing his own thing while I'm doing all the healing work. I'm done. I'm so tired of this, right? However, in divine truth, this is not what will give you the relief that you so seek. Giving up on your heart's desire for your own true love will actually make you even more miserable in the long run. Because your desire for your twin flame is still here, but you're just numbing out to it by giving up. So if you've been feeling really, really tired of all this, what I would recommend doing is first detach from your twin flame as a person. So, don't just focus so much on what this person seems to be doing in your external reality. And instead, bring your focus into your heart. And commit to feeling at peace and being in harmony with yourself at all times and just connecting with the divine. Because in truth, your twin flame is, your ultimate lover. However, it is the divine in them that you seek. It is not like your twin flame is a person. It's not like Timmy himself, right? It is the divine in Timmy. Let's say his name is Timmy. So by bringing your focus to the divine here, you're actually really seeing the truth of what's going on. And the external reality will not always be very, it will not always be pleasant, let's say. So for example, a lot of the times our life might look like it's in shambles, like everything is falling apart around us. Is that the time to give up? Not really, because when everything is falling apart and we really have faith and we keep moving forward, that is the time when we have our breakthrough. It's right on the other side of the upset, and all we need to do is be patient, love ourselves through it, and have faith that the divine will guide us out of this. So even if things appear to be a mess on your twin flame journey, don't worry at all about it. Just go within and see how you feel about it. Do you feel at peace? Do you feel upset? And if you feel upset, then go ahead and love that part of yourself that feels upset until there is peace there. And this journey is an eternal commitment, not to your twin flame as a person, okay? You're not committing to Timmy, but and indirectly, but you're committing to yourself and the divine. So, it's not about what Timmy does or what Timmy says. It's all about how you feel on the inside and how your relationship with the divine is, and how much are you loving yourself? Are you honoring yourself? Are you honoring your divinity? Because it might feel sometimes that you're running after this guy and, he's ignoring you, or all those things, right? And of course, for you to manifest those situations, it means that there's a part of you that is ignoring yourself, for example. A part of you that isn't communicating with your intuition. And, the best way to not manifest those situations anymore is to love yourself all the way there. And if there are parts of you that are not honoring your divinity, choose to do that. It's literally that simple. You choose, every time you're presented with a choice, to listen to the ego and listen to the bullshit of the ego of, wow, my twin flame is ignoring me, like, fuck this guy, I'll just give up and I'll be happier this way with my soulmate. Well, you can choose to listen to that, or you can choose to listen to the voice of the divine that just tells you to keep going and keep being really focused on that calling in your heart. And just follow the peaceful feeling, follow the good feeling. You do not need to suffer on this journey, and you do not need to sacrifice yourself or run after someone, or yeah, none of those things are true in divine truth. You know, you're not running after your twin flame. If you experience your twin flame running, it is because you yourself are running from love, because somewhere you have a fear of it. And it is safe to look at that fear in the eye. It is safe to love yourself there and reassure yourself that this fear is not real, because it really isn't. Only love is real, and love wasn't designed to hurt you. Like, that's a separation thought, and it's crazy. It's not reality at all. So the deep replenishment of the first card, it doesn't come from giving up. It comes from honoring yourself, honoring your needs, and honoring your need for love, and not looking to your twin flame to fulfill you there, but looking to yourself and to the divine instead, which, you know, this is your actual source, the divine. It's not your twin flame. Your twin flame only reflects the love that you have for yourself already. And, you know, if you desire more love in your life, all you have to do is just give that love to yourself first. And the unrequited love card, you might have an upset about receiving love this week, I get the feeling. So again, it's as simple as making the choice to choose to receive love, because it is safe to receive love. And it doesn't only have to be with your twin flame, even though your twin flame is your ultimate mirror. It can be in any area of your life. If you desire more love there, then go ahead and give that to yourself first, and you will notice that you will receive that. And you need to have faith, of course, that loving yourself works, that loving yourself is the way forward. Because without faith, the divine cannot move you forward. So yeah, this entire speech I'm going on about, it was inspired by Certified Union's latest sermon, which I have linked below in the description. It's on faith, and it's really beautiful. I highly recommend watching it, because I've been dealing with a similar upset in my life recently, and it really helped me, like, gaining a perspective and more insight on what is really going on here. So if you've been feeling a lack of faith lately, or like giving up and all that, then I highly recommend watching that sermon. And finally, the Eight of Wands is a high energy card. It's a card of action. It's a card of movement. Like, things are happening. But since our perspective can be so limited when we're in an upset, we cannot see the things moving forward. We cannot see that we're on the edge of the breakthrough. And it's like there's a fog in front of your eyes, right? And you cannot see the doorway that you're about to step forward into. But the divine is holding you by the hand here and is guiding you. So in perfect love and perfect trust, you can move forward. But without this love and trust, you cannot take another step forward, right? So it's safe to release the insanity of giving up on yourself, and instead choose to strengthen your commitment to yourself, to loving yourself, loving the divine, and cultivating harmony in all areas of your life, because that's what the twin flame journey is at the core. It's about your happiness. It's about your divinity and reclaiming that. So, you know, the Eight of Wands card is, again, a card of changes, and you're on the edge of a breakthrough, divine feminine. So, you know, if you give up, however, because notice the cards, like, this is need for rest, and then there's this card of, like, feeling like giving up, and then, boom, instantly, it's the breakthrough, right? However, if you stay stuck here and you give up, then you do not move forward to your breakthrough. So, you know, the order of the cards is very specific. I like that. It's very, like, not chronological per se, but it makes sense, right? Because, yeah. And it is not in stopping loving yourself that you gain this rest. It is actually the opposite. It's by loving yourself even more that you feel rested. And, of course, it could also be physical rest as well. So if you feel like taking a nap, that's part of self-love and self-care. So go ahead and do that if you feel called to this week. So what I would recommend here, Divine Feminines, is to claim these beautiful changes that are coming in your life and just surrender to the river of life. And this flow of life will always move you forward in the most compassionate and gentle of ways. It doesn't have to be hard, and it doesn't have to be all drama. It can be very easy, very natural. So you can trust in your path. So this is all I have for you, Divine Feminines. And without further ado, let's move on to the Divine Masculines. So, Divine Masculines, for this week I have for you: trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And the Queen of Cups. So I love how this perfectly complements the Divine Feminine's reading earlier. So it's about this feeling in your heart and following it, the first card, like trust your path, trust what is in your heart right now. And if there was no fear here, if there was no like, oh, what if I'm rejected? What if I fail? Then what would you do if you knew you would succeed no matter what? If you knew that your blessings are here and they will always be here for you, and all you need to do is claim them. And yeah, just really take a moment to think of your next steps from this perspective. Because, okay, even if you experience rejection, let's say, or if you experience something similar, it's not the end of the world, and it's not the end of your journey. Because by experiencing this upset, you get the opportunity to heal this, heal what is already in your consciousness. So this is a huge gift, because you get to love yourself in a place you didn't know you desired love. And by giving yourself this love, you get to move forward. And you get to build a stronger, better relationship with yourself and with the divine. So it's perfectly safe to see what your twin flame mirrors to you. Of course, you do not have to sit and stew in the upset and just, like with the giving up energy from the Divine Feminine pile, it's never appropriate to give up on yourself, because, again, this journey is one of self-love, ascension, and discovering yourself. It's not about running after someone, okay? And it's a good idea to focus on the divine, focus on the good feeling within you, and keep your desire for your twin flame. I'm not saying like release your desire for your twin flame. However, it's good to stay open and not look to your twin flame as your source of love, because they're not your source of love. They already mirror what is within. So you're your source of love. So go ahead and give yourself that love when you need it. In forgiving and learning, I'm getting that there is something that happened that, you know, perhaps you are stuck in repeating the same patterns in your mind about what happened with, you know, feminines in the past, or like your twin flame even. Like, oh, she did this, she did that. And on the twin flame journey, holding on to an upset about your twin flame, you will always find a reason to be mad at them. And that is not very compassionate, and that's not very loving. And it really... how do I say it? It really erodes you on the inside, right? To hold on to this. So instead, you can make the choice to release it, whatever happened, and forgive your twin flame, forgive yourself, and learn the lesson here, because every upset that comes up is a blessing. And it brings with it the blessing of healing, of deeper love, of deepening in your harmony with your creator. So no matter what you're experiencing in your external reality, it's a good idea to move forward with a brave heart and with an open heart. Because love can only enter your heart when your heart is open. And keeping those walls up, keeping your heart closed, it will not help you bring the love there. And the Queen of Cups is a really beautiful card about being compassionate, first and foremost. So it pairs well with the forgiving and learning and the trust your path card, actually, because when you're compassionate with your twin flame and with other people in your life, if you feel like you need to be, then you can more easily forgive. And having compassion for others is also having compassion for yourself and understanding that you're human. And just being gentle with yourself, because the Queen of Cups is a very gentle queen card. Like, she's the gentlest of the queens in the tarot. So it's always appropriate to be gentle with yourself. Of course, you want to discipline those ego patterns, but on the other hand, ego is not of you, because you were not created with an ego. So it's safe to call out those ego patterns, but be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with your healing. Do not push yourself. Do not beat yourself up for past mistakes that you've made or you think you've made. And really also connect with your emotions. Like, you already know in your heart what your next move is on this journey. However, it is the fear that is holding you back. It is the resentment that is holding you back from making it. And it's safe to release the fear and the resentment. I can understand it can feel so scary to make a move. However, you're always safe and you're always supported, and the divine is your biggest cheerleader here. So really, you don't need to be afraid, divine masculines, this week. Just do it. Go ahead and do it. And your intuition and your emotions are your connection to the divine, essentially. So those feelings of peace, they come from the divine, and it is safe to follow them no matter what. And even if it seems impossible and it seems like, oh, this will take me nowhere, and like, it's okay to have faith. As I mentioned in the Divine Feminine pile, having faith is truly important in taking the next steps, because without having faith, you cannot move forward. You cannot do anything. So do yourself a favor and don't stay stagnant in, your upsets or your fear. Just release all that and move forward with an open heart. And by having faith, the divine can lead you further. But if you do not have faith, then the divine cannot lead you any further than that. So this is all I have for you, divine masculines, as well. So I really hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, feel free to click the like button for me and subscribe to my channel for more juicy twin flame content. If you would like a personal reading, my links are in the description below. And if you'd be interested in resolving those upsets and those blocks through twin flame coaching, I still have several spots open and they're filling up quickly. So if that's something you'd be interested in, then feel free to book an introductory session with me, which I offer for a pretty big discount. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!